Listen, I am so sorry about what happened last time. Especially after I received that bereavement pay and time off after my grandmother's funeral. I feel awful. But that wasn't really true. I actually just ended up taking a trip with my boyfriend. I hate that I deceived you like that.
Of course I wanted you to apologize for that, but that's not the only thing. I think there's something bigger that you owe me an apology for, isn't there? You know what you did.
Oh, you mean the whole thing about my boyfriend being your fiance? Well, I guess he's your ex-fiance now. It's not that big of a deal. I don't see any reason why I would need to apologize for that. I didn't do anything wrong.
Are you serious? You don't think that's something you need to apologize to me about?
I mean, yeah. All I did was go after someone that I was attracted to. It really isn't my fault if the guy that I was attracted to and asked out ended up having a girlfriend. It's not like I broke the law or whatever, so there's really no reason to apologize. You're being so overdramatic.
Are you serious, Maddie? I know you were only 20 years old, so there's a lot of things that I'm sure you're not really aware of yet. You still have a lot to learn about life. But stealing someone else's fiancé is definitely not the same as stealing a boyfriend. Do you understand? In case you weren't aware, there are serious consequences. Financial and emotional consequences I can sue you for.
Are you kidding me? You can't sue me. That's stupid. It's not illegal for two people who are just simply expressing their love for each other. We couldn't help it. It's love. So I don't think I really need to apologize to you for anything. It doesn't really make sense to.
Excuse me.
And by the way, why am I the only one you're so mad at? If you're going to be mad at me, you should also be mad at Tyler, too. He also lied to you. I mean, after all, he's the one who had interest in another woman while he was dating you. Honestly, I think that's a lot worse between the two.
I don't need you to tell me. Trust me, Tyler will be getting an earful too. But I really hate your self-righteous and entitled attitude. I mean, seriously? You went after another woman's man and you won't even apologize. You don't even feel any remorse for your actions. Don't mess with me. I'm warning you.
Oh, wow. You're so scary. I'm trembling in my boots. Miss Single is throwing a temper tantrum. That's really dangerous. Just because you missed your chance to get married, you're really getting so mad over literally nothing.
What?
There are plenty of other fish in the sea. Even if Tyler didn't work out, just cut your losses and move on. No big deal. You can just find another boyfriend. But instead, you keep going on and staying angry about this thing. I think it's a waste of your time. You know, you're really good at your job, but I have to say I'm finding the way you handle your personal life super questionable.
I can't believe you would talk to me that way. You're literally a child. How dare you? You don't know anything about me.
Oh, that's right. I completely forgot. You're basically over the hill already. Aren't you like 38? Kind of old, don't you think? I'm only 20, but sometimes I forget just how much older you are than me. Although I don't know how, looking at you. It's definitely going to be a lot harder for you to find another boyfriend at that age. No man is going to want some over-the-hill old hag like you.
Right. Says the man stealing slut whore.
Well, I mean, did I lie? At 38, even if you do find someone willing to marry you, you certainly don't have the body anymore to be having kids. And if that's the case, I would feel so bad for your husband and his parents. They'll never get to have grandkids. You know, now that I think about it, you might be doing everyone a favor if you just stay single forever instead. You should start thinking about that kind of life. It would really save everyone a lot of trouble and heartache.
What the hell are you even going on about?
I think it's best for everyone if you just give up on the idea of marriage. What do you think? Even if you go around trying to chase men, you'll be resigned to a miserable single existence. You should actually be thanking me for helping you realize all of this sooner rather than later.
What?
Well, I have to go now. But it was really nice talking to you. But I'll see you at work next week.
I didn't think you'd be at the same place as me on a business trip during my trip. Imagine my shock when that's how you ended up catching me cheating on you.
I can't believe that you would ever betray me like that. Especially after we announced that we were going to get married. I was so embarrassed. You even said that you were finally going to meet my parents sometime this year. Instead, you go out and cheat on me with some younger woman at my company.
Whoa, chill out. No need to get so aggressive about it. Kind of uncalled for. It wasn't something I did on a whim, okay? I actually really took the time to think about it and picked out Maddie for a reason.
Excuse me? What the hell?
Erin, you have to know that I loved you so much. I mean, you're a great cook. We vibe pretty well together. I think you're a good woman. But there's just something about having a woman who's younger and, massive jugs. I mean, can you really blame me?
You have got to be kidding me right now. You really threw away our entire relationship. All that time we spent together over something as stupid as that.
What are you talking about? I think that it's a very valid reason. I mean, I'm looking for someone that I'm going to be spending the rest of my life with. I don't want to have to compromise, and I shouldn't have to. You understand, right?
But I'm the one who stuck by you all this time. It's been almost 6 years. 6 years of my life that I wasted on you. And yet you're just going to dump me for that man-stealing whore that you've only known for a couple of months? That's how much you'd rather have some younger woman. Is Maddie really that much better than me?
I don't think how long we've been together has anything to do with whether or not I want to actually marry you. Besides, I only ever went out with you in the first place because you were working at our business partner's office. It was just convenient and a bit of fun. And now that I think about it, you should be thanking me for being willing to go out with you in the first place. And for 6 whole years, too. I mean, you're welcome.
Come again?
I was really focused on improving my own performance at the company back then. And I was trying to find any way that I could to get ahead and impress my boss. So, I thought it'd be a good idea if I started dating an employee at our business partners. If my bosses knew I could make good relations with our partners, then I'd be making a really good impression on them. But honestly, it was like it was all for nothing because no matter what I did, you left work out of it and never did any favors for me or my company. You wouldn't even give me any kind of inside scoop or valuable information that I could pass along to my bosses to give us the upper edge. Nothing! I wanted to break up with you after a month of that torture. I almost didn't think it was worth it.
Wait, what?
But you ended up being hella good at cooking and you were a decent woman, so I stayed with you. It's not like I had any other options at that point, so I thought, might as well. So I really did you a favor by going out with you for the last 5 years, but I'm over it now. I already gave you 6 valuable years of my life, even though you were already basically over the hill. What a waste. Those 6 years didn't really mean anything to me anyway. It was just kind of... meh.
Why are you saying all of these cruel things? How can you mean any of that? You told me that I was love at first sight for you. You lied to me? Are you telling me that you only ever went out with me to better your own business? You're such a bastard. You never loved me like you said you did.
Yeah, sorry about that. The only person I truly love is Maddie. Didn't mean to make you think any different. I mean, Maddie is so different from you, and young and beautiful. How could I not love her? Not to mention she's going to push my company to her bosses from now on, too. It looks like my company's going to finally get to sign that deal, thanks to her. Isn't that great?
Oh, really? Well, you can do whatever you want, I guess. I don't care anymore. I hope you have a nice life. I'll just send back all of your stuff that you left at my place.
As long as you cover the postage, too. Thanks. I promised Maddie that I would buy her an engagement ring soon, so I'm really trying to save up on that. I saw a really nice one, but they're just so expensive.
Why are you telling me this? It has nothing to do with me, and I don't care. And you know what?
You can just throw all of my stuff away as long as I never have to see your stupid face ever again. In fact, I never even want to hear your name or anything involving you ever. Good riddance.
Ms. Erin! How are you? I'm sure you've heard about my wedding that's happening soon, and I just wanted to reach out to let you know that of course you are invited to. I mean, since everyone else at the company already RSVP'd, it wouldn't feel right unless you were there too. After all, we are all one big family.
Did you hit your head? Of course I'm not going. I'm literally your fiance's ex. It wouldn't make sense if I showed up. Nobody at our company knows that we were ever together, but socially, it wouldn't be acceptable if I were there. It would just be awkward for everyone involved.
What? I don't care about that. You have to come. It won't be the same without you. Besides, it would really mean a lot to me if you came. It would be terrible if you didn't.
I'm confused. You mean as your co-worker, I should come and say hi or something?
No, I don't really care about that. It would just be more enjoyable for me if you came to my wedding. I mean, getting to watch your reaction as I married Tyler after he called off your engagement and dumped you for me? That would make this the wedding of the century. There's no way I'm going to let an opportunity like this pass me up. When would something like this ever happen to me again? I need to take advantage of it while I can.
You are such an annoying little bitch! You should be ashamed of yourself, taking joy in other people's pain. You've got a lot of courage saying that kind of thing to me.
I'm taking that as a compliment. You know, I think that's the first time you've said something that nice to me.
That wasn't meant to be nice. Whatever. It's your wedding. If you're so adamant about having me there, then I'll be there, I guess. I suppose it'd be weird if everyone else from our company is there and I'm the only one who didn't show up. So even if it's just to keep people from talking. Besides, it would be a lot more trouble than it's worth if people started rumors about why I didn't show up to the wedding.
Oh, you mean like when people start to wonder why the single boss is acting so jealous at her employee's wedding? That would be hilarious. A rumor like that would spread like wildfire. Especially if I'm the one to start it.
Well, in that case, I guess you can reserve a seat for me at your wedding.
Sounds great. I can't wait. Actually, I should have mentioned this earlier, but if you have a boyfriend or anything, feel free to bring him along too. That way, if anyone tries to make fun of you at the wedding, then you'll have a way to shut them up.
As the person who is making the most fun of me, I don't think that's your place to say anything.
Oops. Sorry about that. I forgot that you've completely given up on finding a boyfriend and resigned yourself to single life. That whole bring a boyfriend thing was a terrible thing for me to say, considering that you'll never be able to find one.
What?
Now that that's all cleared up, feel free to come alone. But make sure you're not being creepy and trying to fish for a man at my wedding. You don't want to make a fool of yourself.
Right, of course. No worries. I'll be sure to come with my husband then.
Gee, you are so funny. You're such a liar. What are you saying? Maybe the shock of having your fiancé stolen hit you so hard that you've conjured up an imaginary husband. Time to go to the loony bin.
How rude. I really have a husband. You literally just said that if I had a boyfriend, I could bring him along, so if that's the case, I thought I could just bring my husband. You know, if that's okay with you, of course.
Oh, please. I don't believe you for a second. But sure. If you have a husband that you've been hiding away this whole time, then you are more than welcome to bring him. I'll be sure to have a laugh when we see that he's not actually real and you're exposed as a delusional liar. But just remember, you can't just suddenly cancel and say he can't come the day before the wedding or something. It costs a lot of money to make sure every person is accounted for.
Oh, he'll be there. So please make sure I have a +1 for your wedding. He's a member of our board, so make sure you watch your mouth around him. Wouldn't want you saying anything that could possibly get you in trouble.
Wait, what? He's a board member.
Yep. If that's all, I'll see you at the wedding.
What the hell hell is going on, Aaron? What game are you playing here? I can't believe that not only did you actually bring a husband, but he's actually a member of our board. How in the world did you land that silver fox? I mean, Mr. Mason is rich and charming and everyone loves him and you're… well, you! There must be something else going on.
Oh, I didn't realize Edward was so popular with everyone at the office.
Yeah, he's super popular and all of us girls have been trying to get his attention for months. He's super tall, he always looks crazy hot, and he's super successful. He's like the youngest member of the board by, 30 years. He's never pretentious and always such a gentleman around us. So of course everyone is in love with him. We all basically gave up because there was a rumor going around the office that he had a model girlfriend. There was no way any of us thought we'd ever be able to compete with that. So how the hell is he your husband? He's way out of your league.
A model girlfriend? I think you all got that little rumor wrong. I mean, I guess his little sister is a model, but obviously she hasn't had a girlfriend in a while. Or at least, he never had a girlfriend as far as I'm concerned.
Huh?
We actually went to the same high school, so I've known Edward for years. We've always been really good friends in school, and even after we graduated, we would meet up all the time for the occasional drink to catch up. Edward and I have always been pretty close. Of course, we didn't really hang out as often once I got a boyfriend. It didn't really seem appropriate at the time. But after I broke up with Tyler, it had been a while since I'd last seen him, so we decided to just meet up for a drink. And of course, one thing led to another, and here we are.
What? I didn't know you guys were classmates or even friends. You never told me that. Why would you hide that from me?
I didn't think that conversation was appropriate for the workplace. Besides, why would I tell you anything? And Edward really likes to keep his personal and professional life separate. We're both very private people. So of course it would have never come up. We're not even friends.
But how did any of that lead to you guys getting married? It makes no sense. It's only been 2 months since Tyler dumped you. There's no way this happened in that short amount of time.
Oh, that. Well, I suppose you could blame it on the alcohol. When we met up for the first time in a while, we realized that we both liked each other all this time and decided to give it a try. And as you can see, it worked out pretty well. Neither of us were getting any younger, so we decided, why the hell not? We've been friends forever, so we knew we'd get along really well. We just needed a little push.
Are you kidding me? I cannot believe you just got married to that hunk on a whim!
You might not be able to believe it, but to tell you the truth, we're both enjoying married life pretty well, if you know what I mean. We had both kind of given up on the idea of marriage, but now that we're doing it, it's actually kind of fun getting to live with someone.
This is insane! After all that work I put into stealing your fiance, and then you go and pull this stunt? I mean, Tyler makes a good salary, and he's ambitious and motivated in his career. I'm about to marry Tyler because I thought that he would make me happy. I was going to be a trophy wife. But you had to go and marry someone better than him. Why can't you just stay miserable and single and let me win? If Edward's a member of our board, then he must be making, what, like $200,000 a year? That's not fair. And I heard he owns a bunch of different properties too.
Wow, you really know a lot about him. Stalker much? But again, none of that's true. Edward's parents just dabble in real estate. No big deal.
What? His parents are in real estate? You have to be kidding me! It's not fair that his parents are successful too!
Oh my god, you're so annoying. Who cares what's fair and what's not? It doesn't really have anything to do with any of this. You're about to marry Tyler and live happily ever after, like you always wanted. So what are you still complaining about? So it's totally inappropriate that you're acting so jealous of someone else's husband. A little late for that, don't you think?
But I didn't think you'd show me up like that. I can't believe you would do that. This was supposed to be my day. I was supposed to be able to enjoy myself making fun of your sad, miserable butt in the audience while I got married to your ex-fiancé. But you just had to go and take away all of the fun and attention. How dare you try to ruin my wedding day? I don't even want to go through with it anymore. There's no point. It's all ruined. I hope you're happy.
Okay, so why don't you just cancel the wedding if it upsets you so much? I just came to celebrate the bride and groom like everyone else. But if the bride is just going to go on and on about how she shouldn't be marrying her groom, then it's kind of a wet blanket on the whole day.
Please don't be so mean to me. It's my wedding day. And besides, whose fault is it that I'm so upset? You're the one that had to go and ruin the entire day for me.
What are you going on about? Don't blame me for your problems. And if you're actually going to cancel, you might want to get on that. You're supposed to be at work after this anyway. But just know that if you cancel your wedding now, you're the one that's going to have to accept responsibilities for all of that.
Excuse me? What do you mean I have to be at work after this? No, I'm not. Why do I have to be at work? It's my wedding day.
Maddie, it's come to my attention that you've been leaking confidential company information to external sources. I think we both know that's something we can't have happening. You've been telling Tyler information that he shouldn't have, and he could very well have told his own company, compromising our business.
What now?
Oh, don't be so dense. Tyler told me all about it when he broke up with me. He also mentioned that you promised him that you would try to promote his business as a partner to ours to try and get them a deal. And now that I've been keeping a closer eye on it, I've also noticed that the number of dealings and contracts with Tyler's company has been increasing. And you've just been approving all of the price increases that his company has been sending over. Not to mention, I looked over our records because something seemed off, and I found out that you've been placing over double the number of orders at his company than we have in previous years.
That's all just a coincidence. That doesn't mean that I had anything to do with any of that. And the price increase is just because the products themselves are more expensive, so the only thing I could do was pay for those at the higher price. It was totally out of my control.
But you have to at least still check prices and compare them with competitors to make sure we're getting the better deal. But instead, you're letting your relationship cloud your judgment and affect your work. Our company wants to save as much money as possible, not just throw it around all willy-nilly.
Well, yeah. I mean, of course, but...
When I talked to the people in accounting, they were confused by the charges you were making, too. They said they felt like you were taking advantage of them recently. You've not only been taking advantage of the company to help Tyler, but you've been leaking company information.
No! I haven't told him anything important. How could I? I'm still new to the company, and I don't even handle any confidential information, so I couldn't have possibly told anyone anything. And if I did mention anything about work, it was all just small talk, nothing big.
That so-called small talk is what can lead to the downfall of the entire company. Depending on who overhears it, that small talk could be everything they need. You know what they say. One man's trash is another man's treasure. Just because you didn't think it was important doesn't mean that someone else didn't. You could be leaking company secrets and not even realize it.
Okay, now you're just being overdramatic. You're just so stubborn. I mean, do you even hear how ridiculous you sound right now?
I'm not the only one who thinks your recent behavior poses a risk to our company. The higher-ups have already been alerted about your behavior, and let me be the first to tell you, they are not happy.
What?
I'm thinking that after the wedding, they're going to want to have a little talk with you to discuss your position with the company and really bring down the hammer. You know how strict our company policies are against those who leak company information. Remember what happened to Irene? Oof, I would not want to be you right now.
You're kidding. Wait a minute. You mean they might fire me? Are you telling me that they might fire me for just having some light conversation with my husband? I didn't even do anything.
Well, I would say I feel bad that you might be getting a punishment this harsh, but it's not like they haven't done it to other employees in the past. You certainly wouldn't be the first.
No, wait! If I'm fired, then I won't have a job!
That's usually how that works. So, if you go through with canceling your wedding, not only will you not have a husband, but you'll also be unemployed. Wow, I would hate to be you right now.
That can't happen to me! Not having a husband or a job? That would literally be my own personal hell!
Well then, you better figure out if you're actually going to cancel your wedding or not soon. You should really be more considerate of all of your guests. We've all been waiting in the lobby, and it's extremely rude of you to make us all wait out here for so long. What the hell, Aaron? What did you do? Because of you, I got fired from my job too. I hope you're happy. You've ruined my entire future. And for what?
What are you talking about?
Because you're the one that fired Maddie. Well, your little petty actions are causing backlash and are affecting me too. And this morning I was called in by my boss and fired. Apparently they didn't like that I was getting all of that information through an informal channel, and they heard about what Maddie was doing in favor of our company because of our relationship. They didn't want any of that to possibly blow up in their faces in the future for being unethical or whatever, so they decided it would be best for the company if they dismissed me before anything like that happened. Said I was more trouble than I was worth.
Well, well, well. What goes around comes around. That really sucks for you, doesn't it?
Yeah. So what are you going to do about it? Now, Maddie and I are both unemployed. Just because you were a little upset that I dumped you doesn't give you the right to ruin our lives like that. That's going way too far.
What am I gonna do?
I heard about your new husband from Maddie. The fact that you would marry someone who makes more money than me and has more houses and whatever. You definitely just did that to spite us, didn't you? You were really that jealous? You just wanted to make me feel like less of a man. I cannot believe that you would stoop so low.
Sorry to disappoint, but I didn't do any of that to spite you. Despite what you might think. My husband just happens to be a board member. That's all.
You liar. You must have so many regrets not getting to marry me. That's why you married a man like that. Just to spite me. I see right through your little facade. Pathetic much. But fine. If you're really going to try so hard, I'll take you back. You didn't have to go through all that trouble. I'll get divorced with Maddie so you and I can get married. Happy now?
Now wait a damn second. Why is that even a conversation that we're having right now? Where did that even come from?
Well, compared to my unemployed wife, I guess if I had to choose, I'd rather be married to someone with a job, even if you are old. So you finally get what you want. You win. Let's get married. But after we get married, you'll have to support the both of us.
Tempting, but I think I'm going to have to turn down your generous offer. Goodbye now.
Wait, what? You don't want to be married to me? Are you kidding? But you have to have at least some regrets about not being with me anymore, right?
Actually, no. I'm pretty happy with the way things turned out. Dodged a bullet, am I right? I'm doing great with my husband, and honestly, I really haven't given you a single thought.
What?
And it's kind of funny that the two of you got fired at the same time. Isn't it so cute when couples match? You two are a match made in heaven. So I suggest you hold off on the divorce and work through it together, like two grown adults. I think it's best that we all just have a clean break and wish each other the best. After both losing their jobs, Maddie and Tyler quietly moved to Tyler's hometown. Last I heard, they were helping out at his family's farm. According to Maddie, this wasn't what she had originally imagined married life to be, and she didn't get married just so she could move out to the middle of nowhere and become some farmer's wife. At least that's what she complains about every day, but after bragging to all of her friends from home about how she was going to get married at only 20 years old, she's much too embarrassed to ever go home, considering how her life turned out. So instead, Maddie has learned to help out at the family farm every day, scooping manure and collecting chicken eggs. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to give it a like and subscribe for more content like this. See you next time.
Do you have a minute?
Sure, honey. What's up?
It looks like I'm gonna have to stay over tonight. I won't make it home.
Oh, man. Really? Oh, I already made dinner and everything. What should I do?
You can just eat the leftovers tomorrow. It doesn't have to go to waste. I'm sure it'll keep. Have it for lunch or something.
I know. It's just that you've been out late a lot lately. This is the second time this month.
Look, I do everything I can to let you stay home and be a housewife. You have a very easy life. You don't have anything to complain about, so just stop.
I wasn't trying to complain, and you don't have to be so mean about it.
How did I manage to find myself an old wife with no good sense? You're as thick as a brick. It's just my luck you'd have a loud mouth too. Keep your complaints to yourself. I'm tired of hearing it.
What does my age have to do with anything?
Plenty. Every guy I know married a younger woman. They had the right idea. They all look like they're living their lives as happy as can be. And me? My life is just empty. It's a total waste. That's what I get for marrying someone older than me.
But you knew I was older when you married me. I don't understand why it bothers you now.
As you get older, you change your ways of thinking.
Even if you say that, I still don't understand what could have changed. You've known me a long time.
Of course you don't understand. You don't understand anything. I hate coming home to that miserable cow face of yours. Honestly, I wish I didn't have to see it. I could go the rest of my life without looking at you and I'd be perfectly happy.
You think I have a miserable face? Are you calling me ugly? Don't you think that's an awful thing to say? Where is this coming from all of a sudden?
It may be awful, but it's the truth. You can look in the mirror and see for yourself.
But you're also getting older now, just like me. You know that, right?
Men and women aren't the same. As men get older, they get better. They're like wine, they improve with age. Women just get old and ugly. You know, I'm even pretty popular with all the women at work, especially the young ones. To be honest, I really regret the day that I married you. I wish I had never met you.
Please don't talk that way.
But think about it. Age suits me, doesn't it? I look good for my age. Honestly, I do. I'm not even gaining weight.
I guess it's true. I do think you look pretty handsome for your age.
You're just trying to make me feel better right now. Don't try to butter me up. You should know that words alone aren't going to cheer me up.
I'm sorry, I don't know what else to say.
It's neither here nor there. Just remember that I won't be coming home tonight. Don't wait up for me.
Are you going to be staying in a motel or something? Let me know where you'll be so I know you're safe.
Don't snoop. It's none of your business.
I'm not trying to be nosy. I just want to know where I can find you if there's an emergency. What if something happens and I can't get in touch with you?
You can always reach me with WhatsApp.
Be honest with me. What is going on? Why can't you tell me where you're going? I feel like something is wrong.
Quit yapping. You ask too many questions. I'm gonna be drinking with one of my coworkers. We're gonna be at his house. Are you satisfied now?
It's not even Friday. What are you doing getting drunk on a weeknight? Are you going to be all right to go to work tomorrow? What about a change of clothes?
It'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
If you say so, but I think you're making a big mistake.
Well, now you know where I'll be. Is there anything else?
No, I suppose that's all. Have a good night, honey.
Hey!
Is everything okay? A little good morning wouldn't kill you, would it? How are you feeling?
I feel fine, don't worry about it. However, I have a big meeting today and I forgot all the data that I need for it.
I seem to remember asking you about work today. Didn't you say everything was going to be fine?
I think I left my SD card in my other suit pocket. You need to find it and bring it to my office. It's important I get it before this afternoon. This meeting is a big deal for me.
What? Why do I have to? I don't even know what I'm looking for.
Just find it and bring it, alright? It'll have a little black case around it. It's small, but you can't miss it. And dress up a bit before you come. Make sure your hair is done and that you have some makeup on. I don't want you to embarrass me.
Why should I have to? You could get it yourself. I wish you had thought about this before you went drinking yesterday.
You've got the free time. Make yourself useful. You might as well earn your keep for once in your life.
I most certainly do not have free time. I'm very busy right now. I have a lot I need to do today.
You're just a housewife. What could you possibly have to do? The dishes can wait. Oh, just hurry up and bring it. I'm getting tired of telling you.
You really do have to have it your way, don't you? It's always your way or the highway. Fine, I'll be there as soon as I can, but you'll have to give me a minute.
Don't use this as an excuse to snoop around in my stuff, though. Just look in my suit pocket.
Do you know which suit I should check? Is it in the jacket or the pants?
Look in the gray one. Check the pocket on the inside of the jacket. It should be there.
All right, just give me a sec. Okay, I found a little black card in there. Is that it?
Yeah, that's the one. Get it here as fast as you can.
Okay, I'll get ready and then I'll be right there.
Don't come up to my office. Just leave it at the front desk. The receptionist can hang on to it for me until I have the time to come and get it.
Okay, will do.
Thanks.
I'll be there as soon as I can. I'm sure it will be before lunch. Hey, honey, I left it at the reception desk. The woman with the red hair took it from me. She said she would hang on to it until you came to get it.
Good, I'll pick it up from there.
Oh, by the way, I wanted to talk to you about your suit.
What about it?
It reeks of perfume, and not my perfume either.
What is this? Are you jealous? Seriously? Jealousy isn't very becoming of a woman your age, you know?
I'm not jealous, but I think I have a right to know what's going on. Tell me how you happen to have ladies' perfume all over your suit coat. It's so strong you can smell it from a foot away.
Sometimes I have to do some entertaining for business purposes. We take clients out for a good time. It happens now and then.
Oh, entertaining? Is that what you're calling it?
Yeah, that's all there is to it.
And when exactly did you last take someone out for entertainment?
I don't really remember.
Well, that's funny because you told me pretty recently that you weren't going to be doing anything like that anymore. Don't you think it's a bit odd?
Oh, shut up. What are you even going on about? It has nothing to do with you anyways. It's none of your business.
How could it possibly be none of my business? My husband's jacket smells like a rose wilted in it. It's so strong the girl must have been all over you.
It's just a part of my job. I'm the one with the job, remember? You just stay home so you don't have any room to complain about anything. This is exactly what I was talking about. This is why no one wants an old woman for a wife. All you can do is yammer on about things that don't even matter.
This isn't about my age. Any woman would be upset if her husband smelled like another woman. You can't be mad at me for that.
You're bent out of shape because you think it's some younger woman, aren't you? Obviously, age has something to do with it.
That isn't true. That's not it at all. I have no idea if it's a younger woman or not. I can't tell that just by the smell of perfume. I can tell she wears too much, but I can't tell how old she is.
You don't really get it, do you? I don't think I could say it any more plainly. Whoever you imagine in your mind doesn't really matter, but I want to be with someone other than you.
What are you saying? What is that supposed to mean?
I'm saying that it's high time we got a divorce. Can't you see that?
What? This is all happening so fast. Divorce? Why?
Because you never shut your fat mouth.
I just want to be clear. Do you really understand what you're saying?
Of course I do. I want to be free. I don't want to have to wake up next to you every day for the rest of my life. I know it's going to be hard for someone like you. You're just a housewife. You don't have a job to fall back on. But I've got a career and I've got plans. It'll be good for me. My life will be better the minute you aren't in it.
I see. So what you're saying is that there really is another woman?
Oh, don't be so paranoid.
Oh, I don't think I'm being paranoid. I think it's pretty obvious. You see, the suit I asked you about, the one with the perfume, it also had an earring in the pocket. I think I know where this came from all of a sudden. I think she's asked you to leave me. That's it, isn't it? She's ready to make a move.
If another woman told me that, she'd be in a lot of trouble. No one tells me what to do. You ought to know that by now.
Don't you see how awful it feels to be me? To be pushed aside by some mistress? You don't even feel bad about it, do you? Let's not rush things. Can't we talk it over? I think we should take our time.
If you really think I'm cheating, I won't come home tonight. Instead of coming home, I'll give you a call. We can talk about everything tonight.
I think I know what's been going on. You haven't been spending the night at your coworker's house, have you? You've been seeing her, whoever she is.
Oh, of course. It's just like you to assume the worst of me.
Can't you just admit it?
I don't think any good will come of dragging this out longer than necessary. I'll talk to you tonight. We'll clear everything up then, but I don't have the time for this right now.
Okay, fine. I'll be waiting to hear from you tonight then.
Understood. I'll talk to you soon. Is now a good time to talk?
Now is as good as it's going to get.
First, you should know that I've decided I definitely want a divorce. I want to be upfront about that.
I thought as much. After today, I think I do too. I couldn't go on like nothing had happened either. Now that I know you have a mistress, I can't ignore it. A divorce it is.
I want to come clean with you. You need to know exactly how I feel. To be completely blunt, you don't exactly have a pretty face. At best, you're about a 2, if you know what I mean. Maybe a 4 when you dress up and fix your hair.
What are you talking about?
I married you for other reasons, though. You seemed like you would be a great wife. You keep a clean house, you're a great cook. I thought it would work out. I thought that with time, I could love you.
Oh, is that so? I'm glad I had some value.
I tried my best, even when we were dating. You seemed like the best choice I could make for a happy future. Older women are more responsible. They make better wives. You should marry a woman, not a girl. Or at least that's what everyone around me was saying.
Some people have a lot to say about other people's lives, I guess. People are always giving their 2 cents, even when you don't need it.
I really mean it. I tried my best. I gave everything I had. But even after we got married, I couldn't force myself to fall in love with you. I just couldn't get past your looks, if nothing else.
Wow, that must have been excruciating for you.
You can be sarcastic if you like, but I'm trying to be serious with you. Yes, it was. It was very difficult for me. So I started going out drinking with my coworkers. We went pretty often, actually. It went from once in a while to once a week to almost every day. It was my way of running away from you, I think. If I was out drinking, I didn't have to come home to you. I didn't have to face you. But everything changed this spring. A new girl started at work. She was beautiful. She was like a dream. It was part of my job to show her around and train her. We started talking more and more, and we got friendly over time.
So, is that her? Is she the one you're having an affair with?
You could say that.
Wow, I don't know why I'm surprised, but I expected something more interesting. This is so cliche. I guess I was expecting you to be a lot more passionate about everything.
Why? We met in a pretty typical way too. We were in the same circle of friends in college. You were a little older than me and you were helping me out, showing me around campus, giving me some guidance. It's almost the same.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. But if my memory serves me, you're the one that asked me out and pursued me.
At that time, I was attracted to the fact that you were older. It seemed like you were more calm than the other woman, more mature. But now, things are different. I want something that you can't give me. I want a younger woman that is beautiful and good at pleasing me. I want some excitement.
So, let me get this straight. You want to be the dependable one. You want to take care of someone instead of being taken care of?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm trying to say. That's the real root of why I want to get a divorce.
I see.
I hope you can understand. I'd like to have the divorce go smoothly. Are you going to contest it? I was hoping you wouldn't.
If that's what you really want, that's what we will do. Let's get the paperwork started immediately. No need to drag it out. We can do most of it ourselves if there's nothing to fight about. We will just need a lawyer to finish it up.
I'll come home early tonight then. We can go over everything together. Once we take care of filling in all the paperwork, I'll be going over to her place to stay until everything is finalized. I won't come home again. Do you think you could handle turning in all the paperwork to the lawyer for me?
Of course, I'll take care of everything. What about our things? How do you want to handle that?
I just need to collect a few things. Since I'm staying at her place, I won't need much. Just my clothes and my personal belongings. Don't worry, you can keep everything else. Consider everything yours. I'll agree to that in the papers.
It'll be much easier for me if we don't have to meet face to face more than necessary. Let's try to get everything done in one go. I guess I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay, see you tomorrow.
I wanted to let you know that I got all of the paperwork for the divorce turned in.
Oh, great, thanks. I appreciate that you took care of everything. Thanks for filling it out for me.
I'm just glad this isn't worse than it has to be. Thanks for not dragging it out. I was really surprised at how quickly you left. The minute you were done with your part of the paperwork, you were out the door. You were pretty eager to leave. You really didn't want to be around me, did you? Am I really so awful?
I mean, that was part of it, but my girlfriend was getting really jealous as well. She was waiting in the car. She'd be nervous about our meeting all day.
Even though we were right in the middle of handling the divorce, we were literally signing the papers. What on earth was there to be jealous of at this point?
She was worried that I might change my mind once I saw you. Or maybe that you changed your mind and would fight the divorce. There were a lot of things that made her nervous. She doesn't have a lot of experience with relationships, so she gets nervous fairly easily.
Well, you can tell her not to worry. I won't be contesting the divorce. The paperwork is done, everything is signed, and it's all turned in.
Of course, I appreciate that. I know she will too. Besides, it would be a little embarrassing if you were to fight it too much. There's something disgraceful about a middle-aged woman clinging to a failed marriage.
Well, now that we've broken up, you're finally opening up to me. I guess I'm getting to see the real you.
I don't want there to be any regrets or misunderstandings between us. I think it's important that we know how each other feels so we can move on with no baggage. I want to be completely honest with you.
I don't know that it's possible to have no baggage. Can any couple that breaks up manage that? But you're more yourself today than I've seen you in a long time. I guess it's true. There's no real reason to hold back anymore, is there?
Of course not. I want to be honest with each other. I don't want to be with you, but I don't want any bad blood between us.
Well, since we've officially split, I suppose there's no real reason I should hold back on anything I've wanted to say to you either. I think we can agree that this divorce was your fault. You're the reason we're splitting up, right?
Well, yes, that is true. Why?
So it's fair if I ask for alimony and for my fair share of our property, isn't it?
Ah, that's where this is going. I should have guessed. That's fine. Why don't we plan for you to keep my half of everything? We could do that in place of a monthly alimony. You can keep everything. I just want to be able to walk away.
So, the checkbook that you left at the house, I can keep that? And what's in the account?
Use it as you see fit. I'm sure it was covered in the agreement. Everything should be taken care of. But I want something in return. I would like you to only contact me when it's absolutely necessary. If I talk to you about anything other than the divorce or finances, my girlfriend is going to get so upset. It's impossible to calm her down when she gets like that. It's easier for me if we just don't talk unless it's absolutely necessary.
That's fine, I can do that.
Hey, do you have a minute?
What's up?
Do you think you could move out of the house at some point, maybe soon?
Huh? What are you talking about?
We need to get out of this apartment sooner or later. Sooner would obviously be better.
What? What's going on?
We want to move into the house. We won't be able to do that if you still live there, obviously.
Wait just a minute. Are you telling me to get out of the house? Am I understanding you correctly?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Haven't you been staying at her place this whole time? Hasn't that been fine?
She's decided she wants to live in the house now. She's nagging me about it. It's all I hear about.
Oh, wow. Really? That was fast.
It's been fine, but it's just an apartment. We could use more space. Young women have big dreams of nice homes too, you know? It's her turn to have that. And I wouldn't think that you would want to linger there too long anyway. Not with all the memories that the house holds. I don't think that she likes thinking of you being there either.
Oh, I see. It's like that, is it? I should want to leave because I'm so heartbroken? You think this house haunts me?
Why can't you understand what I mean unless I spell it out for you?
What would you like to spell out for me?
Shut up, don't mock me. Never mind, it's fine. Just get your crap together and get out already. It's a real pain for us if you stay in the house. The sooner you leave, the sooner we can move in. Don't you understand that?
So, just to be clear, you want me to gather my things and leave, is that right?
That's what I want. That's what I've been saying from the start.
I understand. If that's what you truly want, that's what I'll do.
Go on, get out. Get out as quickly as you can.
It's a bit big for just one person anyway. I don't mind leaving. I just need a little time to find a place that will allow pets.
You must be pretty lonely, huh? Are you replacing me with a pet? I know I left you, but you seem so miserable that it's a little embarrassing to watch. It's pathetic, really.
No, that's not it at all. I've always wanted to be able to get a cat. I had one when I was a kid, and I've missed having a little fur ball to call my own. Since you're allergic, I was never able to get one when we were together. I might as well get one now that I have nothing stopping me. If I'm going to be moving, the least you could do is give me a little time to find an apartment that will let me keep a cat. I think that'll be perfect for me.
Okay, do what you need to do. Just don't take too long, okay?
Thanks. I don't think it'll be hard to find a new place. I should be able to move out of the house within the week.
A week? It's really gonna take that long? Can't you get out any faster than that? It can't be that hard to find a place.
I know you want me out. You've made yourself perfectly clear. But I'm not asking for much. Just give me a little time, please. A week.